You are welcome to Fish Farming TV. I want to show you the secret of hatching a catfish. Some people will not show you exactly what they are doing, but I'm going to show you from the beginning to the end. And if you follow this procedure, you can hatch your own fish without any problem. So what we have here now is a salt solution. A salt solution. This one is a fresh water. I'm trying to form a saline water with salt and fresh water. This method is very, very effective if you are trying to hatch or produce new fries from catfish. The water need to be mild, so you don't need the water to be strong. You don't need it to have a strong taste of salt. So you have to dilute it until the water is so light when you test it. I'm adding more water to the mixture to neutralize more of the salts. You will see what we are going to be using this salt to do, this salt solution. Oh, I think it's okay now. It's okay now. So another step now is that you have to get this Ovulin for sparring. So I will show you how to use this Ovulin. Sparring fish hormone is a hormone. So you have to inject it on the female fish. Just stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do, so that we're getting more updates from us on farming. So this is a syringe, a 5 ml syringe. You need it because this is what you'll be using to inject the fish. Look at it, it's 5 ml. And all it has measurements. It depends on the size of your fish and the kg, the kilo of your fish, that determines the kind of hormone, the amount of hormone you will inject into the fish. So look at the fish I have here now. This fish is very big. It's about 4 point something kg, but I will weigh it, you will see it, and I will calculate it for you to know how you are going to inject the fish. Let me show you how to identify your catfish, if it's a male or a female one. This fish is too stubborn. Look at it. If you look down the abdomen, you see something like a dotted circle or swollen, female swollen genital opening. It's just circle, just like in a circular form. We are using 2 fish today, so we want to produce like 100,000 fries. Look at this one. This one is also a female. You see the difference between the male and female catfish. This one is the male that we are going to be using to do this hatching now. But I'm going to turn it upside down so that you can see the difference. It has a papilla. If you check down below the abdomen of the fish, you will see that it has a papilla. The female one is just like a circular dot, while this one is just like is somehow long. That's the male genital papilla. All the fish are stubborn. Just hold on. I look at it now. Male genital papilla. Look at this, it's somehow long. That's how to identify the difference between the male and the female catfish. In case if you don't know, look at it. The male genital papilla and the female swollen genital papilla. So now we are going to proceed by scaling the fish so that we know the amount of hormone that we are going to inject on the fish. Look at the first one. We are going to be using one on this video. So the female fish scaled around 4.4 kg. Look at it on the scale. It's a very big fish. 4.4 kg. So the next step now is to inject the ovulin on the catfish. So I'll be injecting it. So on the dosage of this Ovulin, 0.5 ml of injection is to be given to 1 kg of fish. So you multiply how many kg of fish you have. In case if you have 2 kg, you multiply it by 0.5 and inject to the fish. So this fish we are using is weighing 4.4 kg. So now we are going to multiply it by 0.5 because the fish is 4.4 kg. If you multiply it with 0.5 ml per kg, it will give you 2.2 ml of the ovulin. So now, we are injecting 2.2 ml to the fish now. So that's what we are going. In case if you have another size of fish that you have, after scaling it, just multiply it with 0.5. Then you know how many ml you are going to inject to the fish. That is how to know the amount of the hormone that you are going to inject to the fish, so that it will be easy for the female fish to start spouting out her eggs. So look at how to inject this catfish. You can see the dorsal fin at the top. If you are injecting just somewhere around the skull, not on the skull, just after the skull, behind the dorsal fin. Look at, if you watch very closely, you will see what I'm doing. If you follow this procedure, you are going to hatch your fish without any problem. You don't need to spend money going to buy fish. Some of those people selling those fingerlings to you, or other stages of fish, they may be giving you wrong ones, or the runs, not the best one. So the best thing to do if you want to succeed very well, just try to hatch your own fish. It's very easy to do. Don't need to go and be spending money buying fingerlings from people. I know some people will not be happy seeing this video, but it's just the truth. If you want to succeed in this business, you need to know how to hatch. So we are injecting the fish now just around the dorsal fin. Just after the fin, by the side there, you inject the fish. Just follow this procedure. It's very easy. After injecting this fish now, we are going to return it to the pond. And you have to keep them separately, each fish to one pond. Don't put 2 of them together. If you put 2 of them or more than 1 together, they will fight in the night and they will waste all their eggs. So keep them one in one pond separately. after 12 hours. Next day, the fish is ready after 24 hours, not up to 24 hours. Just if you inject them in the night, the hatching will take place in the morning. Just 12 hours. 12 hours is okay. So this is the next day now. We have brought out the female fish from the water. They are ready for spawning. Understand? So we are about to collect the eggs now from the fish. Just follow this procedure. Just press gently on the abdomen of the fish. You will see the eggs will start coming out freely until everything inside the stomach have finished coming out. Before you stop, make sure you strip all the egg. Before you stop, just be watching. Anytime you start seeing blood coming out with the egg, you stop. Just know that the eggs is finished. Understand? So that is it. We are still stripping the eggs. So after this one, we are going to do the same thing to the next fish. It's just the same procedure, but due to the time and everything, I will not be putting the other one together here. It's just the same procedure. So the next step now is to get the male fish. We have the male fish now. We are going to remove the sperm. He has sperm. This sperm is what we are going to be using to fertilize that eggs that we just strip now. So just watch and see how the sperm is being removed from the male fish. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, we beg you to support us by subscribing. That is the only way you can support us to bring more content to you. So use a razor blade to open the male stomach. Just dissect it into two so that you have access inside the stomach. So you will see what you will find this thing inside the stomach, just below the abdomen. You just put in your fingers inside there and look for it. You will see how it looks like. Just stay tuned. I've gotten one of it. After getting this thing out, you have to wash it off with fresh water to remove the blood stain from the sperm. The sperm is two in number. It has two lobes. So each fish has it. Each male fish has it, two lobes. Look at how it looks. Let me show you now. Look at it. It looks like this. Inside, if you open the stomach and bring it out, this is what you will see. So what we have to do now, we have to piece it and remove the milk inside the sperm inside the sac. Look at it, it's milk. This is the sperm. So we have to, if you have a razor blade, you can use it. If you have a knife, you can do it. So just tear the sac very well and remove all the sperm. Look at all the egg that we have stripped. It's bigger from the two fish. You make sure that you pieces it very well so that all the milk will come out. And that salt solution that we prepared before is what we are going to be using to make this sperm to be very active. And also, when you pour it inside the egg will not be sticky until it gets contact with fresh water inside their pond. So you have to pieces this thing very well And make sure the salt water is not too hard though. If it's too hard, if the salt water is too hard, it's going to kill the sperm and also kill all your egg. The hatching will not work. That is the first problem you will have. If you have a very strong salt solution, it's not going to be too strong. It's something that when you test it with your tongue, it's not going to be too much on your tongue, just little and mild. That is when you know that the thing is okay. Now I'm using the salt water now to wash off the knife and the remaining sac of the male sperm. So after washing everything out, you remove the sac from the sperm water. Look at now, if you can see the water now, the water have changed to milk color. The sperm is now very active. Use all the salt water and wash off and remove all the sac from it. This water now is what we will use to fertilize these eggs. And after fertilizing, we are going to spray it inside the pond. After spraying it, you will see that the next morning, after 24 hours, they will start hatching. But we are still going to that area. Just stay tuned. You will see how everything is being done. I think this container is too small. I have to change container because the egg is much. Let me use a bigger container because I'm going to be adding those solution inside here so that it will be easy for me to turn it. That's why I spray them. This is the sperm now. I'm pouring it inside the eggs. I'll pour it and stir it very well so that the egg will fertilize. Fertilization, proper fertilization will take place when it gets in contact with fresh water. Understand? So I'm turning it now so that the salt water and the sperm together will get in contact with all the eggs inside this container. That is what I'm doing now. I will leave it for like 10 seconds. I'm getting a fresh water from the tap. This is fresh water. So I'm going to add it inside the solution. I'm adding it inside this solution now. Just watch. Make sure if you are doing just follow this step. I promise you will succeed in proper hatching. So I'm adding this fresh water now into the solution. This now is a fresh water. Fertilization is taking place now. Have to stir it very well. After stirring, allow it to settle because we are going to remove this excess water from the container. After settling now, I'll filter some of the water off. You don't need to filter all your egg off, just only the water, just the excess water. So now we are going to spray it now. I'm inside the hatchery room now. Inside this hatchery room, you have to put a mosquito net. You don't spray it directly inside the pond. So you put a mosquito net that can contain all the eggs. Then if you watch very well inside this pond, you see there is a net inside there. This egg is being spread on top of the net. When they hatch, they will not be dropping inside the pond because you are going to remove this thing after the next day. After they must have hatched, you just remove the net, remove it from the pond. And if you have any question, you can drop, or you don't understand anything, you don't understand everything clearly, you can add your comments on the comment section. We will reply you. It's just very easy to do. So I'm still spreading the eggs on the net, just on the net, not inside the pond directly, because it's going to pollute this pond. And if you can check, I will show you how water is being run on this pond, because water need to be running 247 so that they will have enough oxygen inside this pond. I'm already done spreading these eggs. Please subscribe to our channel. Okay, let me show you how the pond works. We have already spread all the eggs. Look at the pond. It has an overflow here. Look at how the water is flowing out. They have inlet and outlet system. The water is going through this pipe now on this pond, this particular one now. The water is going through here and it's entering through at the end there. And it has just watch closely. I want to show you something. There is a net there, you can see it. I'm trying to see if you can see, but that place is dark. The room is covered. You have to stay indoor to do this hashing, or use tarpaulin or anything to cover the area so that there will not be much sun. And look at the net, and look at that waste pipe there. You have to attach a net so that the newly hatched fries will not go out from that net. Then if you check, you will see where the water is going out. This is the bore gauge. Bore gauge is here, and the water will go up. This is the level of the water inside that pond. So when the water gets to that level, it will not be overflowing. In case your water run off, your water will not finish in the pond. It will still be on this same level. So that is why you have to put an overflow. As the water is getting in, is leaving the pond. And you always have a fresh water inside there to sustain them. If your water gets bad, all the fries will die. So you need to be running water 247. You're not going to open the tap too much. Just open it a bit. The same thing applies to this second pond. And everywhere, all of them have an overflow like this. As the water is getting in slowly, and it's also leaving the pond slowly. Look at the egg. I don't know if you can see them on the net. They are on the net. This place is dark because you see this place is inside the room. It's inside the room. It's somehow dark. You cannot see very well. I'm even using torch to see if I can see the egg, but you can see some of those white ones there. If you see all these white ones, don't panic. Those ones are the ones that are not matured. The matured one will still be shining green or brown when you are looking at them till the next day. The next day, the hatching will start. You will see them. Look at them. They have already hatched, and I have removed the net. Understand? The next day, just remove the net because most of them must have dropped, and remaining the net there. And the one that I did not hatch, those white ones, you have to remove the net and leave them. So this is the newly hatched fries now. You don't need to feed them more. After 4 days, you will now you will start feeding them. After 4 days. And if you have question, you can ask. After 4 days, that is when you will start feeding them. They will. If you check them very well, you will see something like an egg attached to those new fries. That thing will keep feeding them until that 4 days. After 4 days now, you now start feeding them. Look at them. There are many. They are uncountable at this stage. There are many. Look at them. There are many. So if you do this, you will now stock the best fish in your pond. When you are feeding them, you'll be happy and see how they are growing.